Okay, I know, I hear it. I know what you're all thinking. Where is all the content? Let me explain what's going on. All right, so what's up? Why don't I have, consistent videos pumping out like I should? Like I want to, right? I want to provide you guys with entertainment, right? Here's the issue. Uh, that. That the white powder falling from the sky covering everything. That's my issue. I cannot even get into the garage right now. It is frozen solid over there. That is the biggest thing that is really limiting this channel right now. I can't get the car out. I can't do anything with the car. The car is the main focus of the whole channel, right? And I can't do anything with it. It's too cold. I can't even get in the garage because there's literally this much ice on the ground. It's this thick. The garage door is frozen solid. I can't even get into the garage. Now, that's not to say nothing at all is happening. I have a lot of things that are happening right now. This year is going to be a very exciting year for you guys. And I really want you guys to get excited. I just, it's hard to build the hype when I can't really show off anything because the thing that it's going on is stuck out in the freezing tundra of Minnesota, right? I mean, look at all the stuff I got planned here. 351 Cleveland is off to the machine shop. We're going to be seeing if the block is even savable. If it is, we got big plans for that, all right? It's going to be a stroker. It's going to be, I got plans, all right? I got plans for that. We still got to get this crank to a machine shop, to a guy who can actually cut this thing down the way we want it to shove in that 302, or actually, more accurately, the 289 once that comes out of the car to build our 351 stroker, right? That's in the works. The carburetor build, the base plate, I'm still grinding away on. I'm polishing the base plate, the butterflies up and everything. It is currently sitting outside in a vise because I that's kind of where I need to do it. I need to do it outside in a vise with the air compressor and the die grinder, right? It's too cold. I can't stand out there and work on it. It's too freaking cold. This is now on hold here until warmer weather comes. We have these dirt track Hoosier tires, right? We're going to see if these dirt track tires are a little more grippy, maybe a little more sticky, right? To aid in our traction issues. Because if they are, that's a big opportunity for people because if you're anywhere near dirt track racing, you can get these things at a bargain. I can pick these things up 25 bucks a tire. That's really cheap rear tires if they work out to be good. Even if they burn away real quickly, 25 bucks a tire, I mean that's, you know, you can afford that. Have the nitrous that's going immediately on the 289 as soon as we can get it out. And this is going to be a huge deal. Start of spring. This is going to be a main focus on a lot of videos starting off because we're going to be installing all of this on the 289 and I'm going to show you how to install it. We're going to go about tuning the 289, the timing and everything so that we can run the nitrous, the good octane fuel. I have a purge kit coming, so I'll show you how to run one without purge kit first, because you don't need a purge kit. You just purge it through the engine in neutral. Then I'll show you how to install the purge kit after, right? Lots of good content here. Check out these two channels. Pretty good guys. Dyno testing. We're going to be doing a ton of dyno testing. First of all, going to be dyno testing carburetor stuff like velocity stacks and individual Venturi stacks. This I'm very curious about. I want to know what this does. I don't know if it's going to make less power, it's going to choke airflow, if it's going to give better signal to the boosters so the carburetor is more responsive. a better throttle quality? I don't know. That's what we want to find out. We got prototypes here, we got other prototypes here in the works. I mean, lots of stuff going on here. Exhaust dyno testing. We're going to do a lot of exhaust stuff on the chassis dyno. All this stuff on the chassis dyno, by the way. I want to test single versus dual exhaust. I have a theory that a single exhaust is going to make more power than a dual exhaust if the sizing's, correct. We're going to test that out. We're going to see what actually changes when you go, mess around with that kind of stuff. Tube diameter and size and all that, whatnot. We're going to be going over the chassis dyno in its entirety too, talking about things like how it works, corrections, what that's all about, because corrections scare a lot of people. We're not going to be doing a lot of corrections with our stuff. We're just going to be running it the way it is because we're going to do A to A to B, back to back testing same day. So we don't need corrections with the testing we're going to be doing, and that's going to be a plus. So I got a whole thing in the works here. I mean, the engine build, we still got to get the heads flowed so that we can figure out all this. This is kind of, it's not on back burner. It's just kind of in limbo because right away in spring, I want to focus on the 289 that's already in there. That's going to be our main focus for the good part of spring. Then this is going to come in after we have exhausted all that we can do with that, right? That's going to be the main focus, and this is going to be kind of in the background and will take over for that, right? That's kind of the plan. On the back burner, just not the main focus for spring. Main focus for spring is to take the engine that's really not, it made like 190 horsepower and 320 foot-pounds of torque 6 years ago on a dyno. Last time it was ever on a dyno. That's the one I kind of want to work with all the nitrous and the tuning and stuff to see where we can bring that minuscule horsepower up to with all these tricks, right? So that's going to apply to you guys a lot more than, this aluminum headed, whatever. That's going in the car quickly. Just, we got to exhaust what we have there first. That'll give me time to build this, which we'll cover. We have these going on the car. That's a 14 by 8, just to give you a size reference here. These are two rims. These are my front runners. Finally got my Krager front runners I've been wanting. They're 4.5, wides. We're going to be going down the drag strip with those things. We're going to do a direct back-to-back comparison at the drag strip. The tires I have on there now versus the skinnies to see what difference they make. How much of a difference do front runners really make on your ET? We're going to find out. That's coming up. How much weight are we going to be saving with the front runners? We're going to find that out too. It's all going to be happening. I have to sand and bondo and sand and paint this hood, my poppy seed red, so it can go on the car. My teardrop hood. That's going to be happening, right? Lots of stuff here. Going to be testing out this water pump drive kit, seeing if it'll work with the ratio that it comes with. We're going to try a 1-to-1 ratio. We're going to see if this thing will keep the car cool on the street. See power comparison wise, does having this on the drag strip do anything for you? All of that we're going to find out. We're going to be making our own gauges. These are the types of gauges I have in the car now. Well, AFR gauges, which I'm going to get an AFR gauge. It's just going to make tuning on the dyno easier and all that, whatever. They don't have an AFR gauge that comes like this, so we're going to make our own. That's coming on the channel, right? I mean, for crying out loud, we got 6% recycled. Get his electrical engineer, guy who went to college, electrical engineer friend to figure out how many potatoes it's going to take to jumpstart a damn car, for Christ's sake. We got things going on. You just got to be patient. Trust me, it's hard for me too. But that's all for now. I, early spring, right? Early spring. Pray for early spring. I'll catch you next time. Oh, I didn't even mention the lightning rods either. Oh, I got a lot of stuff going on. Come on, spring.